so we have the kids who live here are playing the part of a guest, and I'm going to demonstrate how we can answer the door using the escalated consequences. So the guardian is going to follow me. She's going to stand right over here, and I'm just going to kind of demonstrate using the escalated consequences. Now, if we go to the door and answer the door with the dogs there, then they think that we're assisting them. So I'm establishing a boundary here. The dog's not allowed to cross this boundary. Now, this is a great house with a great layout. There's a two-way go. One of the dogs is over there. So when I step, I'm stepping, keep my authority pointed at the dogs. Now, he's already there. I'm going to let him go, but I'm keep my authority pointed at him because he's your primary barker. So I'm just pausing in between each step just to help make sure the dog understands I'm doing something measured. I'm just meandering up there. Now, if I want this dog to go over there, I'm going to go. I call this reverse herding, and we'll get out of, there we go. There we go. So this is how I establish the line. If they cross the line, I rush towards them. Now I'm going to keep my hips pointed here, take a step back, pause, step back, pause. Yeah, you might want to crouch down if you need to get the dogs. But I'm not just walking backwards, and if I turn around, the dogs will rush up against me. Now, if they lay down to the line but they cross the line, I would accept that unless they start belly crawling, then I make it 0 tolerance. Some people will put a piece of painter's tape there so you know exactly where the line is. Now, I'm at the door, so I'm going to keep my hips pointed towards the dogs. Now I'm going to and shoot him a little bit. See, you guys see his ears shift because this is a sound that precedes the door open. So I stop as soon as they get on that side of the line. I don't have to go all the way. I'm only reacting if they disagree, if they cross the line. And if they bark, I don't care about the barking. I know you don't want the barking. That's a symptom. It will subside. All right, so I'm back here. Now they're about on the carpet. They're doing great. So I'm going to make this as loud as I can because this is a step that causes them to freak out. Next one is this one. All right, now I'm going to open it a crack. Then I'm going to step in front of it, and I'm going to open it the rest of the way. I'm going to ask everyone to come in behind me, if you could, and stay right here. So again, this is the barking. I don't care about the barking because I just want them to learn that they have to stay back. Now, normally, we didn't go over this with the kids. Hey, kids. So I'm going to let the dogs in. Normally, what I would not do is allow the dog cross this line until the guests cross that line. So if you have some guests that come over that are not dog people, they don't have to interact with their guests at all.
Okay.
Now, because they can go that way, you might barricade that way so that they can go around, but they can't get there temporarily. After a while, what will happen is somebody will come to the door, and the dogs will come right up to the line and be like, "Are you going to go answer that or what?" And they wait to have you answer the door. That puts you in the position of being the authority figure, and you're demonstrating to them, "I don't need you to be in charge of security anymore. I'm doing it, and watch me do it." And you'll notice, we noticed this is a lot, they're more subdued now than they normally are, correct? Because the distance was increased. Just like you guys celebrate Christmas? Mm-hmm. So like the day that the Christmas tree goes up, if you see Christmas, you're like, "Oh, I wonder what I got." The day before Christmas, you're like, "Oh my God, what am I going to have to get?" So the closer the dogs get to the door, the more worked up and animated they get. Also, by not letting them run around, like I talked about earlier off camera, the more they run around, the more animated and worked up, excited they get. Mm-hmm. By keeping them from being able to run around, their energy was much calmer, and they settled down much calmer, much quicker. So what I would suggest you do for this is what I call the door answering ritual or door exercise. What I would recommend you guys do is call or text each other before the kids are coming home, or your mom's coming over, or Eric or whoever, and then have them play the part of the door. Don't use your garage door because they'll hear the vibrations and know it's you guys. So text each other first so you can wash your hands and be done with everything, and you answer the door very casually. Don't rush. Most people rush to the door. And sometimes it's helpful to have somebody else get a camera and sit here and film you, and then you can watch yourself afterward like, "I didn't realize I was doing that." The key thing is, again, I didn't get a chance to really show it, so let me demonstrate it again real quick. If the dogs are already here, I walk over here and I pick one dog first. And I'm going to ignore the other two, and I'm just going to walk at that dog. Call this reverser. Don't let him go by you. If he goes between your legs, you might have to get like a tennis racket or something. And keep on walking that dog until it gets across the line. Now let's say the other two are still at the door. I stop, and I'm keeping my hips pointed at him the whole time. And I'm going to accelerate this, but I would pause a quarter second between each step. And let's say the next dog is right here. I wedge myself between them and the door, and then I walk towards them. So I'm keeping my my hips pointed at that dog and this dog until I herd this one back, and as soon as it gets, then I back up, step by step, and go and get this dog, and then march this one back. But if you try to get them all three at once, they'll go around you, and they'll make you Keystone Cops. This is one of my favorite exercises. This is usually about 6 to 12 times, and they will sit here and wait at the line. Practice this one every day, at least once a day. The more you practice it, the faster they get. Now, we didn't go over this with your guests, but normally what I do is have the guests ring the doorbell, wait a count of 10, then knock, count of 10, ring the doorbell. Go back and forth. So if we can get somebody who can, if you can answer the door under that sort of, when you get a UPS knock like this, because they don't want you to come to the door, that's easy. And then dogs will bark less because, again, you're handling the situation. I don't have to alert you. A lot of times when they're barking, they're like, somebody's here, somebody's here, somebody's here, somebody's here. Am I gonna listen to me? Somebody's here. So for some dogs, just saying okay or thanks, whew, that will help them relax. But then if they see that you're handling it and you don't need their help, like I said, we take a lot of that responsibility off their shoulders. And I think Cooper's big problem is he's stressed out. And so if we can remove that stress, that feeling of responsibility, remove the pressure, remove the stress, you should start seeing a lot different demeanor out of him, because now he can just go back to being a dog. All right, so this is a little bit longer video than I normally like to shoot on how we can claim the door.